Class is in session. Welcome, welcome. It is July 12th, Sunday. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It To You Straight. Live from the East Coast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy birthday to all my beautiful Cancers. May your day be full of bliss, joy, beauty, happiness all around you, and love. May love be the cohesive, the glue. All right, that hold all things together. In this live, hello, Kimmy Delacram. Hello, love. How are you? In this live, I'm going to be talking about ways to ground and the magician and why it's important to channel all that energy. All right, I just did so this is the third live. I'm doing good, Kim Delacram. Hey, Kimmy Kim. How are you? What about you? I'm going to teach. Today's a teachable teach. I'm in the teaching energy, so why not? How are you? Let's see if a couple other people come on in. This is the magician's energy, consciousness, and what does it mean when you get the Two of Pentacles? All right. Learn a little bit about magic and just a little bit, just to know your power, your personal power. Okay. I got the magician, or Two of Pentacles. I'm going to wait some more people come in. Come on in. Good afternoon. Hanging in here today, but let's learn. Yes, I love it. Class is in session, everybody. Welcome back. Let me put my jewelry on. Let's see if some other Star family. I didn't put such a grand invitation. While you're watching, you might as well learn. You get your own deck, and you choose a channel. All right, it's up to you. Let me go ahead and put some of this jewelry on. So if you come through here, basically you're just going to learn how to channel your energy, how to ground a little bit, and what is that ace is all about. All right? We're going to go a little deep because we want to know. You know, I want to know. I want to know, right? You want to know? I want to know. I like to know. Let me put my jewelry on. So when we talk about how to stay grounded, because you have to bring your body into awareness, so you're gonna notice your breathing, your feet firmly on the floor. You're gonna imagine those roots growing from your feet to the bottom of the ground, right? I wanted to wait. I know by Mark. Oh, I need to. Oh, you're listening. Oh, oh, tell me, baby, cause I need to know. I need to know. Oh, I need to know. Girl, you gotta let me know which way to go. You. The only thing I feel is here with you. All right. Yeah. I know that whole song. I love Mark Anthony. That's my afternoon. Thank you. Wow, really? And that's not even my best. It's really true. The only things I need you here with me. That's what I want to hear. That is my afternoon jam. Yeah, that is my afternoon jam. You're too kind. So yeah, I play me a little Mark Anthony. I do my morning meditation. I do a lot of spiritual music. Yeah. And then in the afternoon, just to have balance. Just to have balance, and it's okay. We get so caught up with all the hype that we don't give time to, you know, get that other side. Give that other little side, so it don't be greedy. All right, we gotta let some of the little darkness come and show a little bit of love as well. Same spiritual in the AM, body shaking. There you. I love that. What is your sign? What's your sign? I like that. You got flexibility. I love that when we cultivate some flexibility in our character, and so instead of being hard up, because then your animal will get cranky. Your animal will get cranky. Oh, of course, I got you. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. And so learning how to have that polarity, right? How to come in unison. But yeah, I like that. I like Mark Anthony. Then that's So when we just do all the postures, things, and we slow down, we do one thing at a time instead of rushing mentally. Because what happens is the body's going to feel a sensation, and then the mind is going to try to dictate. It's going to. So we got to slow our minds down. You know, especially when we go outside, we touch trees, fresh air. We reset our system. Even bathing in the shower, all right? When we get routine with that energy, you bring just your body to awareness, all right? So when we have daily structure, it's even a small structure throughout the day will help us. It'll do wonders. Basically, it'll keep our mind stable, and we're gonna limit overwhelm. Too much information, social media, multitasking will unground you, and it shows you there. All right, it has literally shut down. I developed an autoimmune disease. I do still work with water, and I can sit in the shower. It helps exactly because you're grounding. That's called. We're not aware of it, but we're grounded. A lot of people do it through moving. A lot of people like to keep themselves busy, which is okay. But when we limit, right, our mind just starts, overstimulating, which is too much information, and then or multitasking, which can unground you. So we have to check our thoughts and ask ourselves, is this real or is this just in my head? So understanding our nervous system, all right, and emotionally, when we emotionally grounded, which is very important that we don't suppress our feelings, right? You feel them, you understand them, and then you don't let them run your decisions. All right. Hey, Sandika. And so grounded energy feels like the Queen of Pentacles, stable, nurturing, calm, practical, steady, and center. Or, of course, the King of Pentacles, secure, disciplined, rooted. The Two of Pentacles is balanced, managing life without chaos. Ungrounded energy feels like the moon, confused, illusion, and the tower. Chaos, instability, Seven of Cups. All right. Say, I'm here, right? Because simple way to remember is that I'm here. I'm steady and I can handle this. The simple is simple and powerful. All right. And this is why, because a lot of times I'm going to give an example. I was in a live earlier, and I believe the young lady was trying to explain something. She was trying to explain something about getting a job and blah 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 blah. She lost me when she said some things, and I didn't have time to correct it. And so a lot of times we get caught up because the shadow. I know when people's shadow shows up because we are told that we have to multitask. We got to keep things going. Me, when I'm in this live here, I take my I take 2 to 3 minute breaks for I could realign and adjust my energy because I do multiple people. But you understand, sometimes I even stop reading because I understand my energy. There's certain days that I'm really, really, really high, and I gotta come back down. So I don't want to have to readjust. But I focus my attention here. Before I get on here, my intention is set. I'm focused. I'm grounded. I'm connecting to the most incredible intelligence of the universe. I connect to the divine. Divination is just a form of expressing your gifts. I'm being affected in real time. You understand? Exactly. And so the thing is that if I don't focus on here, it's just like you. If you don't focus 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you choose your channel and you focus on that. It's like I'm here and I be like, wait a minute, I gotta do a live reading or I gotta go step out of this. No, I'm focused here. My channel is here. You want to grow, it is one block focus at a time. You don't scatter all your energy all around. Now, different jobs require for you to multitask. I get it. I get that. That's not what this is at all. Period. For those of you that are thinking that you're gonna lose the awareness, you forgot. It's gonna go out the window because you know to operate from 1 2. You collapse. You get polarized. All right. So I'm not here for that. One block focus at a time. One block focus. That means what? That means an hour and a half, an hour and 20 minutes. All right. How much? You know how much you can handle. I know how much I could handle. So just imagine me. No, wait a minute. I gotta go wash the dishes. Wait a minute. I gotta go mop. Wait a minute. Somebody's calling me out the window. Wait a minute. I'll be right back. I gotta go. That's bananas. That is multitasking. We don't do that. We focus that intention, we set it, we come in, and we want to grow here. This is what we do. We do it 1, 2 hours. I could go 3. Sometimes I could go 6. I know sometimes I could get carried away. If you could live in a cartoon, which one would it be? All right, which one would it be? Okay, one block focus. One, yeah. Okay, and so when we get to Two of Pentacles, because of course, when we got, and I'm gonna just say a gratitude because it's a such grounded real world energy. The Four of Pentacles, oh, the Simpsons. That being grateful while managing life, balancing responsibilities, we juggle emotions and logistics, right? Logistics. We handle two priorities, or right, or it could be love, okay. It could be stability changing, and yet you just be thankful that yet you could know both. All right. It's gratitude for the dance or the ongoing wait a minute the ongoing flow, appreciation for adaptability, trust that you can adjust when waves come in. So me, I'm grateful that I can move with life instead of being crushed by it. I'm grateful for someone who meets me halfway. I'm learning to appreciate the balancing act that love requires. I'm thankful for my flexibility rather than rigid expectations. So I love the Hey Mariah Carey Castillo. So understanding the shadow layer behind the Two of Pentacles, because this card in gratitude asks you, are you only grateful because you're surviving chaos because it's chaotic, or can you feel gratitude even when things slow down? You know, yet keeping the rhythm. Rocky, bumpy, stormy, uneven, erotic, agitated, restless, unsteady, rough, turbulent, all right? Balancing those coins through the infinity symbol, all right? Waves are active and constantly moving. That's what it's telling you, all right? You're just surviving chaos. Hey, Bluey. All right? You're just surviving. So you be thankful that, man, I'm surviving chaos, all right? Because the Two of Pentacles is stay flexible, but don't lose your center. You're likely handling multiple things at once, of course, finance, work, emotions. All right? And this is where it could get a little tricky. And decisions, you try to keep everything together in practical terms. All right? When you're balancing income, expenses, and moving around, money around, budgeting or adjusting plans, it can mean a lot of ups and downs. It's not a stable energy yet, but manageable. It's not stable. It is manageable. All right? It's all about juggling, balancing, and juggling my priorities, and especially in this physical world, money, time, and responsibilities. So in life decisions, you might be in a phase where you're weighing options. You're not ready, fully committing. All right? You're learning how to prioritize what truly matters. But the shadow warning, doing too much at once, you could burn out. You could avoid decision by staying too busy. Okay? Instability, you don't ground. You could get very unstable if you don't ground. So the advice for that is always simplify what you can, focus on rhythm, not perfection. Ask yourself, what actually needs my energy right now? Because the Two of Pentacles says you can handle this, but you need to stay aware and intentional while juggling. It's not that you can handle it. It's not a stable energy. Okay, you don't want to be in that Two of Pentacles. And if you are, which most of us feel like we have to, all right, all we have to do is 1 hour, 2 hour focus blocks. That's it. And we're not used to that because the world culture says, go, do it, do it, do it. You could handle it, but you understand that your emotions are involved. All right? Keep going. Don't drop the ball. Find your balance, not perfection. You don't need everything aligned, all right? But anyway, at the end of the day, balance is not something that you find. It's something that you create moment by moment, all right? So stay flexible but grounded and go with the flow, but don't lose your standards or the needs in or your needs in the process. All right? All right? And so we've got to understand our sensor, because then it'll go to the Three of Pentacles. All right? And then it goes into the Four. All right? And then it goes into the Five. Then you feel like, oh, did I invest it? I'm tired of doing it alone. That's the only scary thing. That'll take you into the Five of Pentacles. And that's when you hit rock bottom, when there's no support. And we all a paycheck away from homelessness, all right? And so we got to look at that, and I think that could get, well, when we're in the 4, we get stuck, because we don't allow nothing else. We get stagnated. And so just to remember, when we look at the 3rd dimension, the way you could create is by duality. The 2nd dimension, you need polarity in order to move time and space. All right? Because if they don't spin, you're not going to create anything. All right? I got to live what I have within. Okay? And that's dividing everything in different messages and frequencies. We have the power to do that. All right? Hey, Hector. I mean, Hector, where's he at that? Hey, Anthony. You have a question, all right? So that part of you, that's going to open up yourself, and be the eyes, When we look at the 1 dimension, it is all about, all right, doing things, right? Bringing from the 1st dimension, 2nd, and working our way. Because when we're in this 3D, when we're in this 3 realm, this is how we get affected in real time. And when you hold on to your gifts, right? When you're holding on, right? Your soul is holding on to something precious, and it's telling you what you're being asked to value, protect, or develop. All right? And you're holding on to these gifts of yours. They're not spinning, they're not creating, they keep going into this loop. You keep looping, all right, through the infinity loop. All right? And when you understand that the pentacle is often seen as the light of the spirit taking form in the world, all right? So understand that just a little bit, all right? Feel this is my spirit right now. I feel like this is, you understand me? So you got to be affected here, all right? So there's parts of you, but you get scared because you're told you must hold it all together. This is the only way to live. That is a damn lie, and this is why I'm here. That is not the only way to live, because we look at the magic stick. Let me put the magician on. Let me see if the magician, all right? Let me go. If you have a question, go ahead, Anthony. Mr. Almanzar. All right? Let me see the magician. This is the most important moment right now where Mercury's retrograded. All right? And he's considered the planet associated with the mind and communication and signifying states of intellectual development. All right? So very important to understand. And he is in the 4th house at the moment. And doing this retrograde, when it appears to be moving backwards, it encourages introspection, reviewing past thoughts, and communicating patterns to gain deeper understanding. Communication skills. Mercury energy is what? It's about refining how we express ourselves verbally and through writing, promoting clarity and authenticity in communication. All right? The planet encourages a thirst for knowledge, exploration, and new ideas, and the ability to adapt to different perspectives, okay? So he's associated with Raphael. And the energy of Mercury is all about to access higher guidance through meditation, prayer, channeling. Okay, it is that bridge between the conscious and the subconscious mind. All right, utilize that energy. One more. But for you, one more. I did this before. I did the magician. We got the Chariot, Cancer's energy, the Ace of Pentacles, bringing from the there you go. I love it. Thank you. When we channel that energy, listen. When we channel the energy, right, like that halo that's there, you got all your spiritual power, all right? And you have to let yourself be affected in real time, all right? He doesn't want to come out, all right? So this is exactly what I want to talk about, all right? You got to understand this 2 of Pentacles. And I'm going to go through the whole thing. Might be here an hour. If you have a question, go ahead. Learn 1 tool at a time. All right? One more. Oh, whoa, one more. One more. To know thyself. Get to know yourself before that planet goes direct. All right? Get to know yourself. We have the Justice. So I got Libras. I got 2 people that are here. I got Libra and Cancer here. All right? The 2, the 8. There it goes again. There you go. All the energy is coming out again. All the same energy that was there. There you go. The Magician. That's what I want. See that? All the same energy over and over again. All right? And so, all right. So we got the justice, the law of cause and effect, the first law of the universe. All right. When we understand as above, so below, as within, so without, the law of correspondence. We got 12. We basically got 12 universal law, but the universe is mental. All right, the universe is mental, and manifestation requires the opposite of two. All right, nothing spin, nothing creates. All right, so it's like being stuck in the second dimension. You got to bring up. You got to get into this three realm. All right, you got to get in here. You got to be affected in real time. Okay, when we don't trust our magic, our power. So when we look at this, anyway, we look at the laws, all right, that we connected to. But the universe is mental. Your mind is a direct extension of the divinity of the universal mind. All right, get off the wheel and get into action. No hiding your gifts. Exactly. When we look at the magician, right, the ability to choose, to focus, and to act. Okay, and why the one? He's speaking of this magic stick. All right, the one. Well, this is of course the one. This is the magic stick. This is a part of him. All right, because he understands that the mind, his mind is a direct extension of the universal mind, and it's your mind is grasping all the time. All right, and so this direct will. All right, these two. All right, and so the thing here, the energy, with direction, willpower, conscious choice. Not reacting, not drifting. He's not drifting. Where's he drifting at? Who told you that you're drifting? Who told you the only way to bring things down here that you have to work so hard and manifest? Who told you that? In order for you to manifest, all right? When we're talking about life force, you channel on purpose, right? He has a direct extension here, all right? So he understands here, and when you choose, you act according, all right? This is why when this is held one at a time, all right, the magician is not juggling. They are in multitasking. They are in scattering their energy anywhere, all right? They just flip their mind into a different frequency, all right? And so, yeah, so he has the ability to choose, to focus, and to act, but with intention, all right? And what he decides matters, all right? When you are conduit between the spirit, inspiration above, and the reality below, all right? Your thoughts become actions, and desires become form, and your spirit becomes matter. Your spirit becomes matter, all right? When you are conduit, okay, between inspiration above and the reality which is below, your thoughts become action, and your desires become form, right here, and the spirit becomes matter. So your spirit is already here. Why are you holding on to your spirit? All right, you're much more than that than the flesh. All right, and when you understand the magician, all right, so personal power. See, sometimes our personal power, we got to sometimes wait for divine timing. All right, and right now, yeah, some people get a little bit fine. All right, because we got moon, and the moon energy it manifests like 1.3 seconds. So we continuously got to learn how to speak, declare. Set that frequency. Be intentional. Why? Keep that in your mind. All right. You choose the action. Life chooses the moment. All right. A lot of times when you get the wheel, because you just said about get off the wheel, and the wheel of fortune is it's a powerful combo here. But we got to understand that this energy is in this house, in the fourth house, in Cancer. All right. First, let's understand that. All right. So if nothing is moving forward, it's because the energy. It's not the season yet. All right. But after the 23rd, things are going to take off for you. All right. If you choose now, and now we got the new moon that is going to also happen in Cancer. This is the moment to go ahead and look at what has worked, what hasn't worked. This is a time to process information. This is a time to set intention. This is a time to get focused. And then on the full moon, we release all that energy. And I believe it's going to happen. The full moon, when the full moon comes, and I think around the 23rd, I'm not sure, with Mercury going direct, it's going to be a powerful time. When people see energy, oh my God, something amazing is going to happen, blah, 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 blah. That is what's happening. Things are shifting. We're constantly moving. All right? Nothing stays the same. Nothing is permanent. All right? A lot of times we make mistakes and then the justice card shows up. All right? And it goes and it corrects. That means karma correction. Karma corrections are happening. You stop over functioning or you stop under functioning. All right? There are cycles here. All right? The magician says focus, intention, truth, action. The will is about releasing control and trusting the cycles and allowing movement. All right? You do your part fully and then you let go. No waiting, no forcing, no multitasking. Align action plus surrender. All right? If you've been oscillating between trying to make things happen, all right, the magician's shadow and waiting for fate to move, the Wheel of Fortune shadow, okay, it's actually for sovereignty, participation without attachment. All right? You got it? And so when you understand this energy and when you mix them correctly, time unlocks. Time is going to unlock and movement is going to happen. Clarity is going to arrive so fast for you. You're going to be blown away. You're going to be blown away. All right? You don't spin the wheel. You step into position when it turns. You step in. Now is the time to step on it and you got your mind somewhere else. You don't know when that Wheel of Fortune moves and it's going to move in your favor. And we have that Jupiter energy. And we got Jupiter in Leo. Man, you are missing something because you continue to circle. You're circling, all right? Yes, all right. First, the new moon is happening by the 14th. Some way it's a 3-day event. So focus on state what you want to. If you drop it, remember, it's all in the mind. He knows. Okay, all he's got to do is flip his brain to a different frequency, all right? The magician is hands-on destiny, all right? When he shows up, I'm ready. I already have everything I need. The delay ends when you decide. When you decide, intention becomes action. Not someday. It's not someday. Stop waiting for a sign. Your words, your thoughts, and your focus. Extra charge right now. While you speak, casually sticks. Okay? You have to be deliberate. Move fast. What's being activated? All right? When he's activated, you ain't going to know about it because you say, oh, no, I got to go multitask. That's crazy. All right? You tap into your willpower. Everyone has a skill, a purpose. All right? Figure the heck out what you want to do, how to do it. Just believing you can. You got to believe that you can. All right? That you have the mental power, the physical and the spiritual. That you can follow through on your passions with confidence. A girl said, you overcome. No. I just know my power. I believe. All right? You have to. Nobody's going to do it for you anyway. You need confidence. All right? If you so much, you got to understand how to bring and how to connect the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. You have the potential. All right? Can you see your desires manifesting as above, so below? All right? Can you see that? Can you understand that whatever you bind in heaven, you bind here on earth? But you must be committed, consistent, and you don't give up. Failure is not an option. It is not an option. Failure is not an option. All right? We are the conscious of the human first form consciousness. We have the same spirit. We have the same power as the neutron star. The mitochondria is the power source. It's the step-down capacitator to allow us to be able to step down into this physical without I was saying that before, but I stopped. Without failure is not an option. Failure is not an option, all right? Without spontaneous combustion. Our mind is a direct extension of the universal mind, and that with incredible, infinite, and creative powers. You start to speak, to walk, and to act different. You move. It's not overly confident. If you don't keep yourself hyped up, ain't nobody going to do it. I guarantee you that. The magician I choose, and it becomes magic, anchor, confidence. I have everything I need. I create with clarity, power, precision. I trust myself. You got to trust yourself completely. All right? You have to. You got to be thankful. It's already here. It's working. Gratitude focus. When you're talking about the sacred unseen, you're thankful that it's here. I see the blessing in this moment. More is coming and I'm ready. I'm ready. I allow it. You have to move. No movement, no action, no nothing. All right? You have to understand. You have to understand. I'm period at the end. When people come up, when they try to create my paradise, and when I'm trying to bring my heaven on earth, I get so sad when they think that they can only just live here. You're not just here just to continue to multitask. You're gonna miss a great opportunity. Why the hell are you watching? My question is, why the heck am I watching? All right? You have to allow it, but you got to stay consistent. It's not every day. That's why people get so burnt out, because they don't know when the time is happening. They don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know. They lose it. They lose it. Oh, man, I'm tired. You do it in the wrong time. You're doing it. You're doing it the wrong time. Everything is right there. All right? New moons are to set the intentions. Start writing. Start focusing. What do you want? Whatever your energy goes, this is where you grow. All right? This is all you're manifesting. You just manifesting one. That's it. That's all you're worth. One. You only at least got two here, and you can't even manage what you got. Imagine you get more. Well, how you gonna do it? All right? How you gonna do it? At the end of the day, listen, when we talk about Aquarius, because right now, Aquarius energy, according to, we have AI, all right? We have great things happening in innovation. Uranus is and Mars. It's in the third house. It's in the third house. It's in Gemini. And so in order to create the paradise, we have to become the player of the game. We have to become the player of the game, all right? Creating the tools with technology to transform your reality. This is true spiritual manifestation. Because at the end of the day, we have a vast domain of spiritual consciousness waiting to be discovered. If you're looking to challenge the limits for a more holistic understanding, all right? You both the player. You got to understand this energy is deep. I'm too deep. When you catch up, you're like, oh, shit. I've been doing it the wrong time. At least learn. At least educate yourself. All right? Because there's a vast. We yet to see God, the conscience, the vastness. All right? It's just too much. It'll blow your mind. At least choose one channel. Choose one thing. We don't got to get greedy. All right? But when we understand the vast domain of spiritual consciousness is waiting to be discovered, all right? Especially if you're looking for and to challenge the limits for a more holistic understanding of the reality, both physical and spiritual. The evolution of human consciousness, viewing each person as a part of the divine, okay? As you want to, because you want to be, if you're destined to achieve, which you are, but going through your full potential through that dedication, all right, for the common good, optimistic here, because that's what the age of Aquarius is all about, for the common good, for the greater good, all right? You understand me, man? And so, yeah, I want to just bring that awareness, all right? Especially when it comes to the Aquarius. The optimism about the human essence of its future represents the counterpoint to the pessimistic views of traditional religions, okay? So this time we're dealing with our intellect and the spiritual conception. And how do you know if you have extraordinary psychic powers, all right? A power and the ability to materialize objects and influence the physical world. How you know that? How you know that if you don't try, if you're working all the time? All right? You have to understand something, because then we go into the words. Words are like spells. That's not random. All right? The magician teaches you to eliminate scattered thinking, to speak and think with precision. Your heart must agree with your visions. If you decide peace but you feel chaos, you creating, right? You basically creating resistance. Heaven on earth happens when your emotions match your intention. All right? This is heart and mind coherent. All right? And I think I talked about that a lot. All right? So you got to anchor it with something, because it's gonna keep you more elevated. It's gonna keep you emotionally consistent. You're gonna start. You put a picture in your mind and you bring it. You manifest every day. You're just not aware of it. All right. Now when you turn into a different frequency, then you start to hear. All right. It's not. Oh, is that just my mind? Or can I really get that? Even if you drawing something, as the thoughts go past you, that is you manifesting. All right? But you don't understand that. All right? And so, know that you support it. All right? Know that you support it, and how to anchor your body, and how you see clearly, and I act steadily, and I allow my life to unfold in abundance. All right, and the hidden power. Channel versus force. The magician doesn't force reality. He channels it. All right. This is where a lot of people miss. They miss it because why? Instead of controlling everything and forcing outcomes, you align, you allow, you act as you create your heaven on earth. Through the lens of the magician, it's about realizing something powerful. All right. If you have all your need, everything that you need, right? Because magic is how you use it, right? The magician is the bridge between the spiritual and the physical, and this one hand points to the sky, and the other to the earth. All right, as above, so below. You guys know that. All right, and of course, fire, free will, cup, water, emotion. You need all of them. You need all four, and maybe one of your elements needs maybe one of your elements needs cleansing. All right, it could be your memory, it could be you forgot, you probably left clues for yourself but you don't remember where. All right, when all four of them align, manifestation becomes inedible. And I can't say the word inedible. Am I saying it the right way? Inedible. If you be off the hook, you be off the chain. All right, I have my son manifesting. All right, I have my son manifesting. Here to teach something that you could do, because I see a lot of people trying to. You holding on to your gifts. Stop holding on to your gifts. All right. When you look at the infinity symbol, represents something with no end and no beginning. Eternity always existed. The existing limitless potential cycles. What flows continuously. What flows continuously stays in balance. All right. You continue to flow between these opposites here. All right here. All right. It shows endless flow in energy, life, and consciousness. Everything is always moving and transforming, never truly stopping, with no limits. All right. I said it right. He said I have a heavy accent. All right. So when you understand the infinity symbol connects to the universal law, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. In simple meaning, everything is always moving, changing, and transforming. Nothing stays the same. Energy doesn't end. It just shifts form like the infinity. It just shifts form like the infinity loop. All right. And so when you understand the law of rhythm, life moves in cycles up and down. All right. The law of cause and effect. Actions loop back around. The law of divine oneness. Everything is connected in one continuous flow. So the infinity represents the law that everything flows, changes, and continues endlessly. All right. It represents endlessness, but it doesn't define. But it doesn't define it. It doesn't define it. It doesn't define it. All right. It doesn't define what endlessness is. All right. Endlessness is. All right. So understand that when you see this magician, I'm saving this moment. Everything's working for me. I'm held and I'm supporting. I'm allowing, I'm receiving. I receive what is already mine. I receive is mine. I allow life to flow to me. All right. One of the great way to understand the infinity symbol, because a lot of times we don't understand here back here. A wave of energy could come, from the eye, and it searches something, and the reflection based on the memory that you have. But you have to recognize this, right? Because no one can sense it but you. Your perception is based on your experiences. You see it, but when you are not tapping into that unknown, it's off. When you tap into it, it's off the hook. You'll be able to know it. You know it. You'll be like, oh shit, this happened when I did that. It happened. Then you might forget. All right. So when you learn some things here, and when you understand, in order to get to that frequency, I want to attract this. I want whatever is on that frequency. All the good you need to do is manifest that idea, is to have that idea in the mind. And of course, right, what you're going to do there is you're going to think of something, you're going to flip your brain onto a higher frequency. All right. The very fact that you could see it. All right. So just start understanding that the magician has control over the mystical laws, which are more reflections of the physical laws, as the emerald tablet. If you know the emerald tablets, because it teaches as above so below, as above so below, right? And to accomplish the marvels of one work, the magician realizes that at fundamental level, there's a transcendent, untapped world, okay, where inner and outer reality coexist. All right? He knows, you know things, but you just don't care. All right? But when you start understanding, that's one of my favorite words. And the magician is an infinite machine. Your brain, your mind. All right. Your mind is grasping all the time. So when you're clear on your goals versus your desires, right? Because they change. Yeah, your goals might change. All right. When you're clear on your goals, your intention, and you stay consistent, right? What element you're working with, water, fire, air, all right? And so, but remember that they require four. And so when you're perfectly aligned with the cosmos, when you're streamlining, you're activating the magician within you. Energy equals magic. Learning how to access this so it can help you create your heaven on earth. All right. For me, this table here represents the periodic table. All right. And a couple, I don't have to explain all those things, right? And maybe there's something here in your body. All right. Maybe the iron. Maybe the iron in your blood. There's something here that's not letting you focus. All right. Maybe too much brain activity. Maybe overstimulated. All right. Uh, you understand. You cultivate. Because it could be just the sword. Because the swords come out here a lot. All right. Anybody has a question? Classes in session. And heart and mind harmony when you manifest. I know it seems like so much, but it's not. When we understand that the universe is mental, and every action you take, there's an equal reaction. All right, you could take it. All right, you get things. You get things. All right. When you align yourself with the deeper heart of the divine, that is the key to understand that you're also part of it. The intentions that you have for the future. All right. If you only concentrate on a drop of water instead of the ocean, all right, you will never activate that force. We have to start being mindful that our mind is connected to many jobs, not just us as a person. All right, not as people. All right. I need. Oh, you need infusions, like me. I had the intention, and I just asked, and my whole bill got paid. So I don't worry. So when people come here, you don't have money yet, blah blah blah. I don't worry about that. It's there already. I acknowledge it. That's what you want, and I get it. My whole bill got paid. My my whole bill got paid. It's easy, but you have to be focused. I will teach you that. But if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in God and the power of the universe, if you don't believe that you belong to something so greater, only your ego, if you're only gonna go by your ego and you gotta do all this work, no, you don't. You focus here, okay? Because when you gotta understand that your mind is connected to many, not just you as a person, especially when we do yoga philosophy from that perspective, okay? We all have there's a lot of different layers of the mind. Our intellect is just one of them. All right, we got to view it like the whole pie. That's when wisdom can sprout forth. This is what it's telling you. When you get that ace of this, that's when wisdom can sprout forth from within. All right, then you get as within, so without, as above, so below, the law of correspondence. All right, so you got to understand what are the clues, the codes, and how can you be in contribution to others, and how can you support somebody else and yourself. And that is how it works here. Okay, when you accomplish things, you also supporting creation, right? Our intellect gets divinized. We're genius. All right. You got to understand how this works. All right. It's not so hard. But if you're holding on to your money, if you want to keep safety, oh, no, I'm not going to give. I'm not going to, there's things that we have to do. Once you understand how this works, you be off the hook. You'll be off the hook. You'll be like, man, I want some of that more. But you got to believe a little bit more in the unseen and your ability to create here. You have to understand. All right. You have low iron. Oh, okay. Go check it. Okay. It could be your blood. Remember, your blood is made out of iron. The iron in your blood, those were created way before, right? Even our sun existed. All right. So you got to understand how the energy works. All right. For those who want to learn. For those who want that really, okay. It could be the calcium, low calcium. You know, how your mind, if you're watching too much crap. If you're watching too much crap, you're not going to get it done. You watch too much shit, you know? If you do that, you're not really focused. It's not until you get like in your 50s or you start waking up, because when you start getting restricted, because you know you want it. We all want to have it on earth. All right? We all want to have it on earth. It's not till you get older. It's not till you start getting restricted. When Uranus One thing about I'm gonna just give it straight to Gemini and Virgo. All right, well not Virgo really because it's not there yet. For Gemini, oh my God. All right, Gemini, you're gonna have a lot of stuff coming up very soon. Not right now, in about a couple of more years. A couple of more years, Gemini. I hope Gemini get it. Come on, Gemini, you gotta wake up. All right, you have to have action, align action, and surrender. If you've been oscillating between trying to make things happen, all right, waiting for fate to move, all right, all right. Remember that though he doesn't multitask. So right now, Uranus is there. It's gonna be awakening you to restrictions. All right. You might pay attention to it. You might not. A lot of things. No. All right. And so when you see the magician, understand that the energy is not scattered. Power dilutes. All right. When you scatter your energy, your power gets dilute. All right. And so, yeah. You have access to, when you see this here, you have access to everything. One might need cleansing. All right. And remember that one rule, one tool is raised at a time. Your multitasking is going to split that intention. The magician works with clarity, alignment, presence. They move energy from source through will into form, and that requires single-pointed action. When attention fragments, manifestation weakens. All right, and the psychological truth is the magician is sovereign. They don't rush, they don't scramble, they don't prove productivity. Multitasking is often respond to anxiety and scarcity. All right, the magician operates from inner sufficiency. All right. Anyway. And so this is what it is. I know my son does that. I said, stop doing that. Like, you're going to mess up my whole, because you're here with me. And I have to teach him. You're not going to be little scarcity, buying all kinds of stuff. You got to slow down. So I teach him because he doesn't really understand. All right. So anyway, when the magician shows up, and the shadow to remind, you're not manifesting from hope anymore. You're manifesting from inner knowing. When he shows up, you're manifesting from inner knowing. All right? And the magician does the multitask emotionally because they choose one channel, direct power through it. Okay? And when they find the thing that you've been holding back, if you start, you got to start before it feels perfect. You claim authority over your timeline. You can't wait till it feels perfect to start. All right? You start before you feel perfect. All right? You trust yourself. All right? I direct my energy with clarity. Reality responds. If your signs that you embody in this card, when things start happening after you speak, not before you speak, after you speak. After you speak, you start seeing things happening. So be careful where your focus and where your mind is going, all right? With your energy, it's got to be, you got to be, right? Remember that sound activates intention. All right. Remember that destiny is in your hands. I'm going to give you a quick example. Wait, let me put this over here. I'm going to give you a quick example. I'm waiting. Let's say you're waiting for the bus. All right. This is the only way I could be relatable. All right. You don't wait till somebody else pulls their hand out. That bus driver is going to keep going. You take destiny into you always. You in the bus, oh yeah, they get off there too. What about if they don't press the button? You're going to get off on the next 3 stops later. I see it done. This is what I did. I studied people for the last 3 years. People they are scared to speak. And I used to be just like that. They scared of, excuse me, bus driver, can you open the door? Please, excuse me. You get left behind. Use your voice. And 2 years later, I have people talking, people expressing themselves more. They be more confident. They're using their words. They're not scared to say, excuse me. It's not being rude. It's that I got to get the heck out of here. Excuse me. That's the whole sentence. Now you say, excuse me. That's different, Excuse me. Thank you. That's it. If that bothers people, then that's too bad. That's something we're done. That's how you got to take up. What is wrong with you? Excuse me. Get out of here. What are you doing? Excuse me. Good morning. Thank you. You can't speak like that? It's too early? Come on, man. All right. Of course, you're not going to do that when you're on a date, right? You want to try to be all cute, right? When you're on a date, you be all cute, right? So you got to learn different situations require you to speak a little bit more. You understand? different situations. All right, that's not the whole. That's just one. That's just not. That's just not. This is just one aspect, one side of you. Remember, we're multifaceted. All right, a facet is one side, one aspect or one dimension of something. We have many, many sides. All right, that don't mean you're gonna carry the whole day. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? When I get out of here, I'm quiet. I'm reserved. I go ground. All right, I don't walk outside like that. I'm just speaking to an audience, so I have to be expressive. This is the way I'm now. I step into the energy and I own it. And it's okay. All right, you don't be like, excuse me. When you require, you gotta speak. You gotta speak. You gotta raise your frequency. You gotta raise it. Hello, hello. You gotta raise it. Uh, and so yeah, all right. And so when you focus and you extra charge, right, what you speak is gonna catch, it's gonna stick, all right. And what you commit to, you deliberate, it's gonna move fast. And what's being activated is clear communication. Finally, people finally hear skill, intuition working together, confidence with our force, align action instead of overthinking. All right. And so when you start to understanding things more, right? Major arcanas, they speak about big events happening in your life. All right. So yeah, there's so much to learn. All right. I got the destiny in my hands. I'm not gonna give you this. I'm gonna put destiny. This is why I think a lot of people have a hard time, because somebody got to take the leadership in the relationship. Can you trust a person to keep to hold your, can you hold my heart in your hands? Can I trust you with it? All right. And so when you see the magician, when you speak your truth clearly once, you set that clean boundary, you focus on one intention and you act from self-respect. All right. If you look at the wheel, okay, wheel is right. When it comes to a person, oh yes, exactly, you know it all. No, I don't know it all. No. That'll be. I used to say that. I thought you did because we got limit identity. We think we know it all when we got limit identity. I could study for so long and I still won't know as much as I want to know. It just don't happen like that. All right? We study when we think we're comfortable, when we confident, we just show up and let the universe, you do the rest. I align myself with wisdom. I'm aligning myself with the universal consciousness. I'm part of this incredible infinite field. I'm both infinite in form and infinite in essence. Get out of here. All right? I got to believe in that. I can't just say, oh, yeah, yeah. Take all my power, leave me nothing. All right? So, yeah. So, anyway, remember that magic is the mother of eternity, and choose your channel. All right? Stay focused. Trust your personal power. When you have personal power, meeting divine timing. All right? But that's the whole thing, that when we don't understand the magician, because a lot of it's just one single card. All right? But this tells me that you're multitasking. And then what happens, you give too much, or you take shortcuts. Or you don't even, like you don't speak, or you just, you have a hard time making decisions, you're not focused, or you don't, you know what I mean? Like you don't really know. You limit your identity here. When we do that, karma steps in, because sometimes we move too fast, right? We take shortcuts. We don't trust in momentum. We don't trust in the divine laws. We don't even know that these laws are binding me. They binding you. We don't know that there's things that we have to wait for. When we rush through life and we don't take our time to get to know us, the only person that's really gonna get to know you is you. All right. They are laws that are, unfortunately, that's what we all binded to them. All right. And so what I have to say is learn at least a little bit more. Just learn a little bit more, because I think that you guys, because you watch tarot, you have an idea, but boy, oh boy, there's so much more to learn. There's so much consciousness when we look at our trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of stars, galaxies, nebulas, all kinds of. You be just like, your mind be blown. All right, and don't think it's just no. How the hell you gonna do this and then do this? This is when I really stop. When I seen this. I say, wait a minute, wait. What am I? What I don't understand here? I wish I know as much more. When I seen that, I said, wait a minute, what the heck is going on here? All right. So yeah, just anyway, just understand that the universe is mental and that you are connection to that, and that your mind is grasping all the time, and just it's not just 1 2 3. It requires patience. It requires intention. It requires you to find that within yourself. Nobody can do it for you. Sometimes it just happens little by little. Like one day you might feel motivated. The day like, damn man. Some people just manifest things happen right away. Sometimes they've been thinking about it so long that it just naturally happens for them. All right. And that's just the reason I came here to give a warning. All right, just choose be patient. Things just might come to you. Uh it might not come to you now. Well, if you're not doing anything, don't expect it. But if you want, you can tap into this infinite field. All right, and understand that we are one part of this complex field of intelligence, right? And you have one side here. Yeah. But, when you start seeing the things come to you, then you don't have to be jealous of somebody else. Oh, man, they manifested that? It just came to them? Yeah. It just came. That's it. Sometimes it's just that easy, and not for everybody. All right? And so there could be a job that you want. It comes to you. You don't have to go out there and yeah, you go like different. Okay, so now let's just say that because it requires action, right? Your energy. So your energy requires action. So we're going back to that picture. We see that picture in my mind. I'm going to bring it down here and I'm going to start to draw it. I'm putting my energy into action. So let's say you're trying to manifest a new car or a house or something new, right? What you do is you go into these places and you put your energy there. All right? You start window shopping. You start trying things on. You start speaking it because you're shaping your reality now. Not in the future. Not saying, oh, I wish I had that. Oh, I wonder what that could be like. No. That's the only action you got to take. Because now you're focused. All right? You could bring that in. Period. All right? And that's pretty much it. All right? But it requires action. And the kind of action that depends on you. How big is your faith in yourself? It's not on somebody else. It's just you. All right? And if there are some restrictions, you're going to know about it. Let's just say that you've been trying to manifest a car. You might get that approved loan. You might get that approved loan. You might not get it. Then you say, no, there could be, especially for, I'm going to just say quickly who could affect right now because Uranus is there giving you that restrictions through. It's going to try to awaken you. Maybe there's something new. But when it comes to the house, it's not going to affect your money. It's going to affect your living. Where you might want to move. You might want to move. It might not happen. Okay, you might move and you might want to come. You might wind up coming back. So that's the only thing that I could tell. Right, because it requires your foundations, your home, your stability. Maybe the money. It's just a lot here to cover in one live. But I'm gonna bring some more awareness because I'm really concerned for Geminis. I really, really am. Especially I have a lot of friends and my sisters. All right, and yeah. And so just to bring awareness, hey, this might happen. Just you want to be mindful, save some money, put some money away. A lot of your friendships, they might be, right? You might be overspending. You might be socializing too much. And those are things you're going to be restricted from going to places, going out, just a lot of partying. If you are in partying and attending a lot of events like weddings or even funerals or parties or, just that's going to change. That's going to help you. You're going to think it's going to be for punishment because there's things that you want to do, all right? If you want to travel, if you want to go save for a business, you might want to pay for a car, you want to or you want to buy a new car. That's the only reason these things will happen. It's not just it's going to benefit you more. It's going to feel like everything's coming crashing down, but it's not. It's going to expose fake relationships, friendships, all those things of people that were you. Because, Gemini gets so caught up with the partying, with the social life, always giving, want to be here, want to be there. Or if you was more selfish, if you didn't give, this is going to cause you. This is how you're going to get rid of the karmic cycle we'll go through. This is how we get rid of those karmic ties that we have created. Because a lot of times we try to move so quick, or we trying to get money, we take shortcuts, right? And then it's going to make you just pay back. All right, so just to remember that. But I'm going to talk a little bit about it more when I do the videos. All right. And those that learn, learn. If not, they wait and they'll come back. They'll come back here and be like, oh man, what she was saying. A couple of years later, you go and continue stay on this loop. And you'll come back later and watch. And then you'll be like, oh wow. All right. Keep watching until you'll get it. It happened to me. I kept buying cars and giving that car back. I mean, I must have had 20 something cars. I was like, wait a minute. Was I a car dealer? Was I a really good liar? I must have had so many cars. Hoopties. I got to buy two brand new cars, and I gave them back, and then I got in debt. I said, wait a ho. So it'll show you through your patterns, yeah. And I had to give them back, and I said, wait. I don't want this no more. This is not the kind of life I want. All right. What's your sign, sweetie? I forgot. All right. You gotta just careful way, and not careful, mindful way is gonna affect you. All right. So you can be prepared. You don't want to say, I told you it's gonna affect that. All right. And so you just be mindful of what's happening with Uranus and Mars. All right. Mars is also there in your house, and so just to be aware. Nobody likes a cartoon character. And that's it. I'm going to go ground again and understanding of that pentagram, the pentacle, however you understand. And you, when you understand the being of ground. Oh, that's right. Double Scorpio. I'm sorry, sweetie. When you bring something into, from the unseen into the physical realm, right? Because spirituality, when it comes to the pentacle, it represents more, it's more than a coin. It represents spirit expressed in the material world. All right, the pentacle itself is a 5-pointed star with the circle in it. So many spiritual traditions see that as the elements, fire, of course, you understand that, right? And then, but that is the human soul incarnated into the physical, the union of the spiritual earthly realm. All right, that union, and holding your spiritual gifts and learning how to use them in everyday life. Honoring your words as a divine being in a human form. Honor your divine being in a human form, okay? So when you ground them with spiritual wisdom into practical action instead of keeping it only as an idea, establishing your energy and recognizing that your time, attention, and talents and resources are sacred. All right? No worry. I'm sorry, sweetie. Yeah. All right? And so at the end of the day, you know, when we look at the full potential and the value, when you look at that pentacle, it's all about, it has lasting growth if I choose to cultivate it, all right? And especially when it comes to your home, family, your career, and your spiritual growth, all right? And when we understand more, the Ace of Pentacles appears when it appears as an outcome, it's just it points to a new opportunity. It's a new opportunity for growth, all right? It has no karma yet. It's something that is given, you know, as a possibility, a possible outcome. This could be tangible. It could be an opportunity for growth, stability, and tangible results. But it depends on you, all right? It has long-term potential because it relates to money, work, and resources and business. That'll help you with a solid foundation and a practical blessing or something offered to you, all right? That could be developed, all right? The beginning of something real and grounded, all right? And, of course, over time, it could grow. All right? You're special, too. I thank you guys so much. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I just want to come to talk about a little bit about the magician and, right? And the pentacle. What does it mean? How am I being affected in real time? All right? Do I nurture what really matters to me? All right? Do I nurture my energy so it could grow, you know? Do I have the power, you know, to use my voice to create, you know? You understand? Okay. Do I have it? Yeah, you have it. All right? You know, the soul is holding on to something precious. All right? From a mystical perspective, right? Because it's often the light of the spirit taking form into this world. The divine sacred, the unseen, the heart of the divine. So the figure holding it, it represents someone learning to carry their spiritual power with wisdom and care. You understand? Love and light to you. Hey, Michael. All right, so be good to yourself, knowing that you're more than just that you're energy, but you're in here. All right, everything's from a spiritual perspective. Okay, So are you connected to spirit? You know, like when I see the Four of Pentacles, they could still be connected to spirit, but they may be clinging to security so tightly that the natural flow of the spirit abundance or growth isn't restricted, right? It's restricted. So understand it's not so good. It's good, but then all right. So we gotta trust in life a little bit more. Let things happen, unfold. All right. You still listening to it? Huh? Yeah. Yes, we all do. We all do. All right. And at the end of the day, you know, when we're dealing with the sacred unseen, it's a matter of perspective anyway. Love you too, sweetie. Love you too. Kimi de la creme. All right. All right. That's all I have. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Enjoy your Mark Anthony. Baby, I need to know. You listen to Baby, I Need to Know? Yeah, I'm gonna listen to him. Yeah. What is the other one? You can wait. I need you for the rest of my life, baby. I need you. You know that song, right? Won't you marry me, marry me? When he says that to the girl. I need you, girl. Wait. Go sing it, sing it. Girl, you love you like magic. You a feeling I never felt before. I let all my feelings show. I know, I know them all. Yeah. Fortunately, all right. I let all my feelings show, and you know he's a Virgo. Yeah, you didn't know that song? Oh, you're gonna fall in love with that song. Go look it up. Or you gotta get off the phone. Man, that song is ooh. And Mark Anthony's a Virgo. He go with his feelings. He speaks a lot. He's deep. He goes with it. That's what he got to be. I said, man, Mark Anthony, just don't know. Be careful, Mark Anthony. You know, they go with their feelings. They let the feeling, the energy takes them, move them. And they think, it's a good idea. Let me go. And then they come back. They come back. No, too late now. Too late now. Too late now. You got carried away with that feeling. Oh, no. And it feels good because it's just to feel intoxicated. Yeah, look it up. I let all my feelings show. I need you. I said, I need you. Because he got one that sounds the same. I let all my feelings show. He does. I said, yeah, you can see all your feelings. He let all his feelings show. Oh, man. He goes about, that's one thing. I let all my feelings show. Oh, man, I got to go ground again. I let all my feelings show. I'm trying to think about the song. I haven't heard it since May, June. Since May. I haven't heard it since May. May, yeah. As soon as, when Venus went in Taurus. As soon as Venus went in Taurus, that was it. I said, oh, why am I listening to it? Because Venus went in Taurus. My focus was on me and my money. This was all, you know, it was not out there. All right? I'm elevated with the energy of, I'll be cracking up thinking of you listening to this. Yeah. Think about, you listen to it? That's a good song. I let all my feelings show. Pay attention when he says that song. He lets everything show, and that's temporary. You have a whole family. You have a whole family, and you letting all your feelings show just because it feel good. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, that's when you're ungrounded. Everything just the heck with it. I'm just letting everything. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Yeah, listen. I'll wait for you to listen to it. That's when you got to pay attention to these songs. Just let it show. The hell with it. No, you got responsibilities. Why are you letting everything show? You married. Go, you know, listen, man. Get a little wine. Put the music on and just be by yourself. If you can't hold, man, you got to be careful with these songs. I love them, but man, thank God that I know that I'm all aware of my emotions now. We can't walk around like that. I let all my feelings show. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I got some big stuff to take care of next week. Yeah, man. It feels good at the moment, but when we wake up, oh shit. Wait a minute. I was with you? Nah, I got a family, man. Hell. They be like, I got a family. I can't do that. Oh shit. Keep letting all your feelings show. You're gonna run it right on down. We can't act like that. That's when we ungrounded. Virgo's gotta be careful for real. Virgo, you just gotta be careful, man. Virgo, you just gotta be careful. You can't just go by every emotion that you feel. You know, that's why get out of the routine. Go out once in a while. Go hang out with the boys. You know, if you don't really, come on, don't do that. You got leading multiple relationships. It's true. You know, I got a son that could say it, and hopefully he's listening. You don't jump on what? You jumping on every emotion? No way. You know, so I try to teach him about emotion, feelings, so he knows that not to let them be, you know, controlled by them. How to use those, all right? Because you could use your emotions. They're powerful too. They're a navigation system. But when he says, I let all my feelings show, I want you to know that I need you. And the need in somebody, so we got the need between the need. It's not until you get hurt. It's not until you get hurt, until you get restricted, or when you learn the lesson. This one, everything's, oh, no wonder I used to do that. All right? When it's not until that happens. Until we get hurt, or we don't get old, we don't really care. We don't care, man. I want to have fun. Listen, I'm here. Man, we don't know. I'm good, man. I'm having fun. It feels good to me, baby. That's all that matters. It's not until, oh, you still want to go? You want to live like that? You know, it's not until we get really hurt, until we down in the ground. Yeah. Exactly, because I know Mark Anthony. I'm older, you know, I'm an older cat, or whatever you call it. I'm a wolf. Ow! But anyway, you can read it. Oh shit! This is because I didn't polarize. When you polarize, you only pick one side. All right, you gotta learn how to have a little polarity. You gotta have a little bit of everything. You find your center, and you don't be moved. You don't be moved by all this other chaotic stuff around. No, why? You know, I'm not choosing nothing. All right, I'm everything. All right, and when I understand the Christ consciousness, I'm the one, right? That is with everything, with all that is one, and I'm all right. I don't have to conform to that. I don't have to conform to this. I don't got to be polarized by that. I don't got to choose black, white. I have great space. All right. I embrace my dark, my light, both equally. None of them choose. I don't let them be masters. I don't got to worry. For what? I don't have to do that. I become an healthy new expression. And however you take it, that's up to you, because you're the one that got a problem now. Because you want me to be like this, or you want me, you want me to be like this. Am I too much, or too dark, or too light? I'm neither. I'm not choosing either. I'm both. All right? Out of me, a new expression. That's it. Without no excuses. I don't have to apologize. I don't have to overcompensate. I don't have to over-explain. All right? That's it. I don't have to do none of that. I did it already. What the heck? I'm doing that again. Where am I going to do that again? To who? Who? All right? We learn. Okay? We grow. We heal. And we teach. We're here to teach. The Hierophant says it. All right? You teach. In the matters of the heart, you teach. All right? You share what you know. It's not a conformity. You let them choose. Hey, that's your decision, based on you. All right? Now, that's up to you. All right? Our religion tells you, no, this is it. Don't just follow that path. It's good. All right? Go ahead and keep getting abused and don't leave that man. All right? Or forget about it. If he dies, you can't even get married. Now you're in church being scared. Are you going to burn in hell? That's crazy. That's just bananas. All right? When we understand how the universe through these high states of energy, because everything is energy. You get polarized. Oh, just be like this. Behave like this. For what? All right? Oh man, so it's just crazy out there when you can hold polarity means that you can contain two opposite truths at the same time without collapsing into one side. That's emotional maturity. I'm holding polarity. I'm okay. All right. I'm not either all in or all out. Don't let me choose. I'm not here for that. All right. I got the capacity between extremes. All right. When I could feel something, I don't have to act on it. All right. Some other days, because when you're learning, oh wow, oh shit, I did that. Own it. I'm neither one of them. You want me to either be bad or demon when you don't understand the inner demons, or you want me to be good like this little angel positive all the time. I gotta process feelings. I gotta process things. Why I gotta conform? Because you want me to conform. What is that about? Who told you that? That's crazy. You know? If you want to be in church all day, that's your problem. I'm not gonna conform because you want me to conform because you follow another. You don't even understand what the Bible is. You read it, you don't understand it. Good, read it, but you don't understand it. That's why people go bananas. All right? Can you hold pressure? All right? Can you sit in tension? I want to build your emotional intelligence at the end of the day, right? Because in a deep percent contrast, we're being taught by contrast, by comparison. And because it teaches us growth, it requires for us to have the soul. At the end of the day, is going to evolve through experiencing polarity. All right? Light, dark, closeness, distance, and of course, certainty and doubt. All right? All right? Today was so good. Yeah, it's okay. And the ones that don't understand it, they collapse to one side, they polarize. And I'd be like, oh, wow. And then too late, they don't deal with their feelings, with their dark. They don't deal with it. They take there's a little pocket. There's a little pocket inside the soul. Deep, deep down. And we bury all our trauma, guilt, shame in there. But boy, that comes up. That comes up. Those are unhealed wounds and traumas that we call trials of the soul. Those are the dark sides. That's your dark energy. That is the dark side of you. That is your shadow. And when you go through some kind of conflict or something, boy, oh boy, it's coming out. We bury it so deep inside, deep down the soul, and we lock it in there. No, I'm not dealing with that. No. That's it's safe there. And that turns into a tumor. It turns into hate. It turns into anger. It just turns and it makes you sick. So please forgive, let go of the resentment, the grudge. You just stagnating your energy real bad. You're holding on to something. Just let it go. Forgive, let it go. All right. No, I'm gonna hold on to it. It feels good. It feels good to be angry. You probably constipated. Let it go. Drink some prune juice. Who's the one that says that? Buster Run. So drink some prune juice and let the go. And you think, no, I'm going to hold on to it because it feels powerful. Yeah, I feel good holding on to the anger. and you go next week to the doctor and you got to get a colonoscopy, You've been holding on to too much shit. You're stagnated. Let it go. Let me see. I turn into an immune disease for me. It turned into, yes, because we hold on. We're not supposed to hold on to stuff. Bust the buzz. You better believe it. Drink some prune juice. Let it go. It ain't even cute. Why are you holding on to somebody else's trauma? Somebody said something to you. Now you got a problem. That's crazy. Watch when I get them. That's ego. Your ego's too inflated. Your ego don't even fit through that door. Oh, say. It's incredible, man. This stuff. We just do it to ourselves. Then you go, but wait, why I got high blood pressure? But I've been eating good. You have to forgive. You have to forgive people because you did some cray stuff, right? And you have to stop overthinking. The mind is trying to create safety. You got to understand, one thing I want to teach is cray, and yes, it's inflated. It gets too big. Man, come on, your ego, you can't even fit through that door. But one thing about it is that when we overthink, the mind is just trying to create space for safety. By controlling the future, it weakens. All right? It is weakness, and it weakens your immune system. All right? You could go through anything and look it up. All right? That I could share here. All right? And it's on channel fear, looking for certainty. It's just on channel fear. We don't channel our fears. We don't test them. All right? When we overthink something, if it's fair, something you should did, something else did, something somebody said something to you, we constantly, right? Because we could get real crazy. We constantly stay in the mind. Did they did something to me? Why do I that did something? Come on, we gotta stop that. And so, anyway, prayers work when you overthink. It calms the mind. The spiral, it returns you back to peace. It returns you back. All right? Yeah, you can rewatch this. You want to listen to it? You like it, right? Thank you. But yeah, when we go through that, when we pray and it calms, that spiral and energy that you got going on. All right? And so when we overthink, it's a signal that you care deeply, you feel loose in control, and you want reassurance, all right? And so, but clarity doesn't come from spinning, it comes from stillness. So understanding that at the same time. We got to stop that. Hey, yep. Okay. And it's just prayer. When you quiet the mind, I always say divine source of peace. My thoughts are racing and my heart feels restless. I release the need to solve everything today, tonight. I release the need to control every outcome, calm the noise within me, slow my thoughts, steady my breath, help me trust what I cannot yet see. You know, replace anxiety with stillness, replace fear with faith. Amen. Little things like that. Just little things like that. Yeah, yeah, you need reassurance a lot. I know. I know. Yeah, you do. It's sad. Am I doing? I know. When I was dating somebody in 22. Wait, when was it? In uh, 26, 10, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I was really in love with this person. Man, I used to ask him, are you going to leave me? I really wanted him to leave me because I didn't like the situation, the dynamic that we had. And man, that thing, are you going to leave me? Oh, oh shit. Are you going to leave me? Are you gonna leave me? You leaving me yet? I was dying for that. I was dying for the relationship to end. But man, I stuck it by like a trap. We ready. One thing about us, man, we some strong people. We hold on to the very end. We just hold on, hope. Are you leaving me yet? Huh? Thank you, Cram. Thank you, Kimmy. But anyway, yeah, man, we have to understand there's a lot of things that prayer for people that hold grudges, those ones that are still holding on. Man, that happened 30 years ago. You holding the hey Lizzie. So people who carry a grudge are usually carrying pain that never had a safe place to land. A grudge is a frozen a grudge is a frozen it's frozen energy, all right, basically. And when we don't, it's a frozen emotion that we gotta release, all right? It's a heart that has hold on to resentment so long, all right? God of compassion, you see the weight I have been carrying. I have replaced the hurt. I have held on to injustice. I have guarded my heart with anger, but this burden is heavy and I'm tired. Help me loosen my grip on resentment, not because it didn't matter, but because I matter. I matter. Free my heart from bitterness. Teach me how to release without becoming weak. Replace anger with peace and pride with healing. So we got to start seeing these. That read is too real right now. Yeah, you've been there too. Hey Lizzie, no questions. So a lot of times we have a soft heart. All right, or we want to harden our heart, and how to find the middle between a soft, strong heart. And so, you know, when we do it, when we start to uncover and having, right? Because we want to find the garden, because we got our heart so much, right? And so it is, exactly. And a lot of times, when we call to the cosmic great energy, come to my side, be my guide with all the riches provide. Keep your head up and your heart open. So there's a lot of prayers here for emotional stability, for mutual respect, when you and your person. I got prayers for sex. I got prayer for communication. I got all kinds of prayer. Yeah, like you can't leave me. Yeah. Forgive me, yeah, for them, not you. Exactly, for you, exactly. So, so when you understand the heart of the divine, however you understand. When I like one that I like, when it comes to surrender, God of wisdom, I confess I'm trying to think my way into certainty. Where I am grasping, teach me to release. Where I am spiraling, ground me. What is meant for me will not require obsession. What is true will stand without overanalysis. I surrender outcomes into your hands. Amen. We gotta learn to go. We think there's nothing. One thing that I understand, because we don't want to be looked at. We don't want to be looked at as people that we going through hardship or emotional. What's the most beautiful thing? I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me last on Tuesday. All right. If you a person that's trying to connect more with God, with that divine part of you, if you don't want to seem, you cross a boundary, or you want to seem too goody goody, the goody, and you get caught up in that side, being too good. And then when you're home, you're cursing up a storm. You're gossiping. You're toxic as hell. And you cover it up when you go outside. Hey, God bless you. Hey, honey. And then you go talk behind her back. You're a hypocrite. So stop it. You know that. You know it. You know there's something missing. You know that you need help, and you don't admit it. You rather go to church, get your hat, show half of your boobs. By the way, tight clothes for where the hell you going to? All right. I could tell, and I don't judge them. I just could tell the ones that go to church, and they still live in the flesh. All right. And it's sometimes like that. One person, one person got to leave. It's like the woman. Yeah, the woman that goes to church, they'll boob. What do you know with all these boobs out? And you talk about who got what? And I know you didn't read that Bible. I know you don't understand it. All right. Anyway, but the bottom line is that we got to be mindful, because when we don't understand how important it is to really practice what we preach, but we look at the other person. That's crazy. I know I used to do it. Everything that I'm saying to you here is because I did it. I will go to church. I'm like, man, I'm cursing up a storm. That little half hour, man. I need to be in church at least the whole day. I for real. All right? And they have affairs. The whole congregation is sleeping with pastor. You already know and people, I gotta go find me a good church girl. That's where they most good. All right? Especially the Baptists. And then look, and you look at gluttony. You look at the pastor's big as hell. Pastor, you got gluttony all over you. Go fast. You teaching me something you ain't even practicing. Right? But anyway, everything's going down. Especially the Baptists. They know. But anyway, as long as you're going to church and doing the right thing, all right? But I wish somebody would give me something like, come here, let me have a conversation. You already know. Oh, shit. Anyway. Sometimes prayer just asking, sometimes it's thinking, sometimes it's wrestling, all right? And sometimes just simply awareness. That's what prayer is. And so, I know, I was a church girl for a month when I went to Puerto Rico with my grandmother. I was in church for a whole month. Yeah. When I went to Puerto Rico and my grandmother, I was in church all man. I think I did it more for my grandmother. I didn't have no choice anyway. When you were 12 years old, big pastor took me out, right? I said, wow, don't they fast? Oh, man. But you can see it. Anyway, so yeah. So just pray. Don't start praying because you think that this is just done in one institution. No, it's not. You to do it yourself. Let me see. My bestie is from Bayamon. Oh, really? From Bayamon? I was born in Arecibo. I'm from Vega Baja. All right? Listen, especially when you're going to have sex with somebody, praying for intimacy can be sacred. When you root in love, consent, trust, and emotional safety. Okay? Many spiritual traditions see physical union as more than physical. It could be bonding. It could be healing. And it connects it deeply. All right? When we understand the covenant as described by becoming flesh in the Even in the Kama Sutra, the union is both physical, energetic, and blending of mind, body, and spirit. All right. So you gotta understand. Pray for sacred connection, divine power. May our bodies meet with tenderness, respect. Let our touch be honest, not driven by ego or more by love. Remove fear, comparison, shame. Help us see each other as sacred. May pleasure deepen our bond, not divide us. I got prayer for everything. All right. It's the soul exchange. Exactly. Yeah. So one day I wanted to come on here and just talk about the prayer life. All right. I got prayers for everything. All right. But more importantly, for forgiveness, because when it comes to forgiveness, we're carrying grudge. Again, it feels powerful, but it actually ties your energy to the person who hurt you. And when you're releasing it, all right, it doesn't mean that you're going to excuse them. It detaches you. Forgiveness is energetic freedom. All right. Okay, good. We need it. We just need it. We think it's something that's done in church. No, you can do it yourself. You just don't know how. All right. And forgiveness is one of the deepest spiritual muscles because it softens the heart without weakening it. It clears the space between you and the divine, between you and yourself. All right. And there's different prayers depending on what you need. And when prayer for forgiving yourself, divine source of mercy, however you connect to God, I acknowledge where I'm falling short. I see my mistakes without running from them. Teach me to hold myself accountable and with compassion. All right. And so I release shame. I release self-punishment. I choose growth over guilt, wisdom over regret, love over fear. Restore me from the inside out. We got to know how to come on with these prayers. All right. All right. Say your prayers. Meditate. I got more. I'm going to share some of the ones that I'm going to share some affirmations for nighttime. And then I'm out of here. Okay, guys? I'm going to share some. If you like these, I'll come Sundays on a separate week because this is where it's really at. To be honest, this is where it's really at. There's nothing like communing with God, making it a daily thing. There's nothing like it. I'm sorry. This is where I'm at. So people ask me, you come in. I understand divinity. I understand that the spirit. I understand that spark that's in my heart. I understand what I was taught. I understand. I see things clearly now. I'm not fogged. I'm not stuck in the past. I'm not living in regret and shame and guilt. I walk with my head up high. I don't carry that weight. The weight. I don't carry no weight. All right. So prayer is the most important thing. Don't think that you got to go to. I mean, you do if you want to. I got baptized. I did the whole thing. I didn't know exactly what was happening. But man, oh man, when I had surrender, I didn't know my old identity. Everything that I knew. I was like, wait a minute. It had to be just upgraded. So I could bring more prayer in my life. More God. Have a balance between my physical, which is here, and my spiritual, all right? Which is consciousness, which is energy, and becoming my true self, bring an identity to that part of me that I didn't understand because I was told some rules. This is your path. That's it. Don't ask no questions. That's why here I want you to ask questions. I want you to believe slowly. Just ask questions. Hey, what is that about? All right. If I make a mistake, I say, listen, I'm sorry. I said some things earlier. Blah, 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 blah. I'll come in and I'll say it. But if I feel like because I understand energy a little bit more, all right, then I'll come and I say, listen, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I'm not here to offend nobody. I just can't help if sometimes my chakras is too powerful because I do stay daily. And I have a balance, all right? I harmonize with the wisdom of the intelligence of the stars. This is where I'm from. That is my divinity. I can't hide that from you. I can't. And sometimes it might sound like, oh, but it's not that. And overconfidence, I'm sorry, no. All right? You have to be humble with this energy. And the times that I have been a little bit, I know when sometimes I've been a little bit, I get checked, man. Period. And so we have to understand, and so we just got to understand how to stay connected. Yeah, we put a face on consciousness, we put a face on a force. There are different dimensions. There are different things. There are different realms. There's a lot of things that you don't understand. And I get it with the ones, oh, this is just that, and that's good for you. God, that works for you. Great, do that. I'm not here to manipulate whatever form of manipulation you've been manipulated. I'm not here to distort. I'm not here with fragmented truth, perception. That's what you believe. Great. I'm not here for that. I'm here just to help you get steady. That's it. You got questions? I got answers. That's it. Okay? So my belief, that's why when somebody asks me, oh, do you think no, I can't tell you that. All right? You're learning your lesson. You're learning your lesson. You had enough. All right? You ready to be alone? You ready to be alone? Yes or no? Are you ready to be alone? You know, this journey is, can you stand alone without validation? Can you walk through this right now by yourself? All right? It's going to be lonely. It ain't going to be cute. It's going to be messy. You're going to disappoint a lot of people, but you're not going to be that same person you was. I'm sorry. You know, that's not. If you're not ready to give up that, then you're not ready. Some people are not. All right? Just like the person that goes to there's a lot of women that go to church and their husband at home. All right? They go to work and they have sex with whoever, and they know about it. Or they take them. Hey, you got to go to church with me. Maybe when they're 80, they go. You are burned out already. You know? Come on. I go when I'm 80, and then they make it. They make them, and then next week they pass, and that's it. All right? They make it there. They give themselves to God. They surrender. Yeah, that happens. They do. That's it. They make it to the last ground. You know? That's it. But I want to be affected. I want to be affected in real life here. I don't want to hold on to my gifts. I want to share them, so I'm going to help you share them with others. And, let me just tell you what I was going to say. I was in the bus Tuesday. The guy was being, he was inebriated. He was drinking. Sometimes I try to use those big words, and no. I wait till Mercury goes direct. I'm going to be off the hook. So the guy was drinking. I know that he looked at, he looked irate. So I got in the bus. I went to the back, and then he was talking to the other guy because the other guy wouldn't move from the bus. The other guy wouldn't move. I don't know. I just got there. See, when I walk into a place or a bus, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know the whole story. I just walked in middle. All right? I'm getting in the bus. I want to get in my seat. I pay my money. I want to sit in my seat. I don't look at color, nothing. I don't care. Are you Chinese, blue, right? I don't care about none of that. That's none of my business. I'm here. I want to get home. Man, please get us home safe. All right? And by the way, I'm a bus driver too, of 23 years. All right? I just let her know that. All right? So I had to go let her know. Sometimes you got to understand because, you get on the bus. Nobody knows. One thing about when you on regular clothes and you're not driving no bus, you just a regular, anybody. You a doctor, a lawyer, nobody knows who you are unless you stay behind the country clubs and all that. Nobody knows when you're on the road who you are. Nobody knows that. Nobody knows. You get on a bus, nobody knows, and then you don't want to even be humble. But anyway, so these two guys were going back and forth. I just walked in, and because I said, oh God, all right, really, y'all got to do this now, yeah. You got to calm the situation, and I did. Say less, understand completely. And so I get in the bus and I'm there. Yeah, nobody knows who you are. For those are people that let no, nobody cares. Your title doesn't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean absolutely. When I tell you nothing, humble is what it means. When you know how to humble yourself, right? Your title doesn't mean nothing. All right? You with no clothes, you just like everybody else. Don't care what, just make sure you use your gifts. All right? It don't mean nothing. All right? I want to get those people, the ones that are walking around with a chip. Oh, wow. Too much ego. You let that pride, that you're going to miss it. You're going to miss the opportunity to be surprised, all right? To really learn what humble heart is, all right? I know because I used to walk around with all that pride. I know I did it. That's why I'm saying it, all right? But the only thing I never made anybody that worked with me, I never made them feel no kind of way. Like I'm in the driver's seat like I'm better than you. Anyway, let me see. I feel like I'm watching this right now. Yeah, because we don't understand. We have to learn that, ego is good. It protects you. It's all right. Makes you fight for the things that you want. I understand it's part of you. It's part of your identity, but that's only one facet of you. We're multifaceted. We don't look for anything else, and we just operate from that. It just gets you tired. You make real stupid decisions, right? So I was getting in the bus, I got back there. The guys were arguing or whatever. He was being really, really nasty. So I said, "Oh God, are we gonna have this? What's happening here?" And he's the one that don't want to move his feet, his leg, blah blah blah. But the guy was getting disrespectful. So I went to the bus driver. I said, "Listen, there's a situation back there, uh, and you're gonna have to take care of this because the guy's talking about a gun and all that, and I gotta go back because now I'm not. I already know I already know what the intention is now. I know that we all get put in situations. If we have the tools, we use them, and if not, we stay quiet. You know, if you're not educated in that field to diplomacy, if you don't got emotional intelligence, you're gonna go back and forth, and somebody's gonna get hurt. All right, or you're gonna shy, or you're gonna be a coward. So most of us are because when we look at somebody crazy, you already know they're gonna hurt you. You know they could hurt you. You know. So I said, man. So anyway, it's a long story, by the way. So the driver came. She talked to the guy. She came around, and she talked to the guy. And then the guy, he was, of course. She said, "We want to go, right?" She was like, "Yeah, okay." So anyway, we left, and then he just started saying F fat B blah blah blah, and then he started going back and forth with the other girl, and then by this time I sat in the back of the guy that he was arguing with, and what I just put on my Jesus. I just put on my Jesus. Okay, I put on my song, and it's God didn't let me break when life pushed hard and my faith got faint. I didn't let me break. Okay, God didn't let me fall when I had nothing because he was homeless. He was talking about that. The guy's talking that he was homeless. So the guy was taking it out on everybody in the bus because he was homeless. All right. And so anyway, so I put my song on. See, when you have godness in you, we talking about sound, frequency, vibration. You bringing that out to the universe. I didn't sing, by the way, but I played it. No, I had to play it. Everybody calm down. The whole bus was shut down. All right? The whole bus was shut down the whole 4 minutes. All right? You like that song? No, that song. Remember, sound, frequency, vibration, our vibration. We need elevation. We need that. We need our emotions to get stirred up. This is why we got all these stories. We got one truth and a lot of stories. Anything to get you elevated, anything to get you in that good state, the higher awareness, the high consciousness, anything for that. That's just what we needed. All right? God, it's Zach Williams. God didn't let me fall. That song was beautiful. So I played it. And he's too quiet. Those 4 minutes, nobody said nothing. As soon as the music was over, he started back up with the guy. I moved because now the chairs are getting empty, and I moved. We're getting closer to the house. Yay! Wait, even better, they turn up. And so I went. That's Zach Williams. God didn't let me break. God didn't let me break. When life pushed hard and my faith got faint. Anyway, that's a good song too. So I'm getting to my stop. So I get up because I'm moved to the front, so he's behind me. And we already, he hadn't said nothing to me. I just went and told, hey, I don't like the situation. So I get to the front. And then another guy gets in back of me because now we're getting off. We had to stop. All right, we had to wait till the light turn, so the bus driver drop us off. So I came and I got up. The other guy got in behind me, another gentleman, and then the other guy came. And so I didn't find it odd because everybody gets off in certain stops. Everybody gets off. It's with the street that I got off. It was not my street, but because I was going to the store, I got off in 2 stops. All right. Hey, Power More. So what happened was when I got to the stop, guess what happened to the guy? And I said, nice and easy, guys, because I didn't want them to rush me out the bus. Because I think I had a bad hip that day. I think my hip was a little tricky. All right. So when I got you take your NJ. So I'd be like, you understand what I'm saying. So you know the train. You know the route. Don't you know that the guy, I don't know if he had an intention on doing, and that guy, and you could see the bus because they stop at the corner. The guy said, bam, and he fell right on his face. You held the thing go, bam, and I turned around. I was already walking, and he just fell right in his face. Right in his face, he fell. And I guess the bottom line is, that bus driver should have got him out for the beginning. All right, she shouldn't let it get escalated. Me as a bus driver, I pull over I pull over the bus. She shouldn't got it that far. You got other people here. Now, guess what? Now you got to wait there till the cops come so you can get him out. I'm still looking back. I'm a block away. The bus is still there. I wanted to come back up the block and see the bus is still there. The bus is probably still there. You have to be careful. I don't know if he was trying to do something to me. And then I was going to go back in. That's the power of God. That's what I was going to say, but I kept going. I didn't push it, I'm telling you. Sound frequency. Sound changes everything, okay? I'm Tanika Leo. Hey, Leo. I'm going through some stuff that needs energy reading for right now. All right, the best of the best. Hey, Osania77. What's going on? You feeling better? Yeah, but you know how it is. The bus driver always knows. She wanted to get fit. I said, man, I wouldn't be driving transit. They would have fired me. I'm pulling that bus over. I don't tolerate a lot of nonsense. I'm better off with the kids. I'm better off with the students. I don't tolerate a lot of no. I'm pulling that bus over. Nah, well then I don't care. Either my safety, transit wants you to work, risk. Nah, I'm not risking my life. I'm glad that I never got to the opportunity. I did try, and I do have an air brake, but thank God that everything just didn't happen for me, right? It was not for my best. All right. So anyway, just always listen to that. All you gotta do is play God. All right. You don't gotta know everything. You don't gotta know everything. You don't have to know everything. You don't gotta feel embarrassed that you know God, that you got God in your life. Is what I'm trying to say. Don't hide that side from people. All right. Okay. Even if you don't. Okay. What is God? Is he an energy, a frequency, a consciousness? Is it energy? Is it me? Is it powerful? Is it a face? Is it a man? Is it a story? What is it? All right. Is it out here? Is it me? Where? Because we got a lot of questions. All right, sweetie. You're welcome. All right. All right, sweetie. See you soon, okay? Thank you. You spent almost 2 hours with me. All right? Get out my bus. Yeah. But anyway, that's the story. I will try to come with more story time for those of you that want to know. Everything's in your mind. It starts there. And use your intelligence. Use that part of you that's intelligent. And if you don't know, just try to get into a little more prayer. Stay consistent in that. Things start to develop slowly. Don't force big growth, big quick. All right, just start with some gratitude. Start with some affirmation. Just start a little bit. Any way you can do it, and you just stay consistent, and it become part of you. It's just like getting up, right? You get up every day, right? Do you eat? You brush your teeth. You wash, right? You take a shower. You eat. You go to the bathroom. The same thing. You go to the gym, right? The same thing. You just including it. You just expanding your life. You bring in a little bit more, all right? You expanding it more, and then you get rid of the other stuff that you don't need. Oh, you out of here. You replace one habit for another. That's all. All right, that's all. That's what you got to do. You replace one for another. Oh, I can replace this. All right. Less is more. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You be like, man, that don't fit me no more. Don't be scared to lose your whole identity. All right. And when we get scared to lose our whole identity, when we don't get scared of it, you transform. Transformation happens slowly. They don't happen instantly. They're not going to happen overnight. Yeah, we have this optimistic view. We have a very optimistic heart, and that's great. We know good things they are still possible. There's healing. There are things that are going to happen even when we don't understand. They do happen. You got more chances of manifesting faster when you operate from a spirit of gratitude. When you get into that frequency, and that means a baseline. What is your baseline? What is it rooted on? Do you trust more in what you see out there? Or what do you understand when the unseen? Because you have to have belief. There's a belief. All right? Do you believe things when there's no when if you don't know if it's gonna turn out? You know, it hasn't happened before, so how come it happens now? You know, some people things don't happen to like 20 years, some faster, some others. You know, it depends on your belief. You know, and the faith that you have in you. And when you drop it, then everything drops. You know, you be like, oh man, I'm not gonna do it no more. It's okay. Maybe you could be a week. You might be a week where you don't feel like it. That's okay. You honor your feelings. There's nothing wrong. There's things that are happening. Like right now, we got the wedding crescent. The energy's low. You might not be in such big, high emotional displays, and that's okay. Just say the affirmation, do your prayers, continue with that, and keep it moving. All right. If you ever get into church, get into church. Find out. Go visit a temple. All right. Go if it's Buddhism, Hinduism. If it's you just doing your chakras. If you go, if you just you going on a pilgrimage. Anything that you have to do, just do something different than your physical life. All right, that's not the only. That's one facet of you. All right, you're multidimensional anyway. All right, there are different sides of you that you haven't explored. All right, and you'll be surprised how much you're gonna discover within you. You know how brave you really are, how much courage. You know how much you could hold. You will discover so much about you. You'll be like, man, I'm like this diamond. I didn't know all these gifts that I had. Wow. You know, my son just came and told me, wow, ma. He was so excited. All right, just focus on a lot of, there's a lot of things. But whatever you want to do, you do it. Be deliberate, be intentional about it. All right. This is serving a purpose. Yeah. All right. You want to, of course, even if your family, even in your little community, if this is causing an impact in your community, then do that. All right. But do it well. Don't do it for people to be admired, to be on social, holding on to a picture just because you think, oh, who cares? Oh, they got to see me. If not, they're going to think that I'm like, oh, forget about them. You're going to lose it. Why don't you try to do it for people, you can forget about it. You're going to get caught. You're still caught up in the circle. All right? When nobody's watching, do it then. When nobody's watching you. When there's no proof. Because we all want proof. When there's no proof, you do it then. All right? All right, I got to go. I thank you guys so much. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys. Let me see what she said. My sister, he's really into me. Wait, what you said? I'm taking a guy. I'm talking or I'm taking to a guy. I'm talking to a guy, but he's also in a relationship with someone else. That's supposed to be my homegirl, my sister. Yeah, they always your sister. I love you too, Kimmy. They always my sister. He is really into me. Her is wait. You tested so quick, or you have order check? Is he playing me, or is he really? Is it really real? Oh God, let me see. This is a learning. What I did put ask me a question. Right? I put ask me a question. If you're still here, come back in. I'm gonna see if I give you. Let me go get some juice. I'll be right back. I gotta go get some juice. I was gonna leave, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. When my faith got faint, God didn't let me break. All right, you still here? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the mystic. All right, let's go get this energy out. Let me go drink some of my. I gotta go recharge. Man, I stood here for how many hours? Almost 2. Let the beat. Let the music take. Oh man. Oh. VH juice, deliciously green. I gotta go set up my fan thing. I haven't done that. I gotta go set up my fan, my super, whatever. What do you gotta call it? I gotta go finish. I forgot the name of it. You guys like this juice? VA green juice, veggies. This is mine. Yeah, so I can sip it from the bottle. All right. So I want to know if he really into me. If he's really into me, is he playing with me or he's really for her? Well, after she had him, do you want him after she had him? You want to share? You like sharing? Sharing, Kevin. Sharing is Kevin, right? What happened? I'm just asking you. Don't get mad. I'm just asking you a question. Don't get mad. What makes you think that? Wait, damn it, my thing, my freaking. What makes you think that you can find somebody for you? You know what's happening, right? You know what's happening right now, right? You know when that happens? You know when that happens, right? Your friendship is being tested. You know that, right? All right? I want to know if he's really into me. You know that your friend what is he? A Taurus? Is he a Taurus? What is his sign? Taurus, Gemini? Let me see. Let me see. What is he? Come on, you gotta give me something. What is he? Your friendship is being tested. This is how old are you? Are you in your 20s? Wait, let me see. 27? How old are you? You don't want to comment? You already comment. Come on. You a Libra? He's a Libra. And you who you're 30, who's 38? You? So you've been with your friends, you've been friends with her for how many years? Since you guys were in your teenagers or in your 20s? So who's your no, the guy's a Libra. The guy's a Libra. Okay. Well, if he's married to her, he's not going nowhere. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If he's married to her. All right? And how many years you been friends with her? So this is not a friendship from child. So you barely know her. So you in the house, you basically dealing with a seventh house kind of the dynamic with that friendship. I'm gonna do a lot of that energy. I'm gonna join me on Tuesday. We're gonna go in what happens, what you could expect, and when the friend. This is the justice stepping in. All right, because I think this is something that he does. This is something that he does. All right, this is something that he does. So you are not committed. All right, your higher self is gonna guide you. All right, this is just to awake you. Do you travel a lot? Divine timing. You give me you giving me a little bit, and that's okay. So my 30s, her 40s. Well, you want to know if he's real. You want to know if he's real? If he's honest. All right, let's go to the let me go get my I'm not comfortable. Let me go get my other chair. I'm in big bull. I'm in my big chair. This chair is comfortable, but it's hard to pull because it's so doggone big. Let's get you out of here. Then I have the rest of the day. All right. I can move down. All right. I'm close enough. So anyway, yes or no? Is he playing with you? Let me get your question again. Let me see your question. Because you wrote a lot. I want to know if he's really into me. Yes or no? All right. Is he really into you? Or he's just a player? Ow! You might got a door in your hands. Let's go ahead. Leo. Miss Moore. Powerhouse. Let's go ahead and see here. One more. One more. One more. Three. All right. So yeah, your person's he's greedy. Your person's greedy. Your person there's something more. Somebody got something more. Who got more? You got more than her. Somebody got a little something more than the other person. All right. You got a little something more. Your grass is green on your side. All right. Somebody's not equal. You got a little bit more. Okay. I don't know if it's because of finances. All right. Or they just that's just the way they like it. All right. With the Four of Pentacles. That's a card of, holding on too tight and kind of gripping guarded energy, so to speak. All right. And so the Four of Pentacles is it's an obsessive card, okay? Because it's a card that doesn't really it doesn't offer a lot of flexibility here. All right. So when you ask me, I think this is an equal thing for him because it's a 4. I think it's more of a fear or more stability. My question is, who has more? All right. This is my kindness through manipulation through kindness. All right. This is like a kind of a boost ego. One more. Man, I haven't seen this Four of Pentacles in a while. One more. All right. So you, Leo, your energy is fire. You're ready. You're ready for him. All right. So you are so he's a Libra and you're a Leo, meaning that you both are cardinal sign. All right. So you guys got that in common. All right. No, you're not. No. Your energy is ruled by the sun, and he's cardinal, which is a lot of fire. All right. So you got him here. All right. But the question is, if I wish that 7 cups didn't come out, all right, because that's telling me that this is like I want so much, but they don't really know what they want. All right. 1 minute. And that's the thing about Libra, because they're normally not like this. They're very secure. They're very forward with what they want. But what's happening now and what is going on in Libra, all right, at the moment, I have no clue what's going on in Libra. I don't think there's really not a lot of things going on. But the 7 of Cups is kind of like a fantasy card. It's a card of being in dissolution and wanting so much. I don't know if they in a hurry. All right. I don't know if there's a hurry here to want something, because I could get away with it. You understand? This is a cheating card. All right. This is possessive. All right. But it's not for the reasons you think. This manipulates through kindness. This makes you feel good because somebody needs like a boost. All right. So the 7 of Cups, I didn't get no swords. All right. This is not going to take you nowhere. All right. So this might be a quick fling if you want it. All right. This could be a quick fling if you want it. You got the 9 there, which is, of course, a person that's willing to do it because I want to see how far I could go kind of energy. But that's why I asked you, are they with them? Like I said, they're not gonna go. They're not gonna leave them. All right. Are they serious? Normally the Four of Pentacles is, yeah, because it's a grounded kind of energy. Because it's an energy that, is very, very stubborn kind of energy. It's fixed. It's fixated on being, you know, it looks like they're stable, but they're not. All right. So it gives the illusion of that. Are you still here? I don't like when I read people and they just stay quiet when I'm reading them. All right. But anyway, at the end of the day, I don't like the Seven of Cups, but that's not for me to like. Are they gonna stay with you? No, no, they're not gonna go anywhere. If they could have their cake and eat it, you already know. I didn't get the Two of Pentacles. All right. But there's something, I don't know if somebody got more money. All right. Somebody got, I don't know if you got money. There's somebody, I like something. Wow. This is when the grass is greener on the other side. And I know a lot of, Leos are not too much fans of me because they want to live in this illusion and pretend that everything is good. And you guys are too overly positive. And when you give people the truth, they don't like it. They rather avoid it and deny that it's not happening. All right. And the fact that you're staying quiet, you're going to do it anyway. Even the thought that's on your mind, you're going to do it. All right. If you could get away with it, you'll do it. You guys got both the same energy. All right. So congratulations. Have fun. And remember that what you do to your friend is going to be done to you. That's it. It's just going to come back to you and you're never going to get out of the karmic cycle. And you're going to get stuck. And because it is what it is, right? I like to have fun. I like to explore. And why not? All right. Have fun. I mean, just remember that it's going to come back to you. All right. That's all. You're going to repeat the same cycle. You're going to be in love with somebody. And somebody going to cheat on you. And then it goes. And it goes. Until you complete that cycle, it's going to come back to you. All right. I'm not a real Leos. I'm not a real fan. They're not a real fan of me because they want me to keep things. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you the truth. All right. She is not really been a friend. It doesn't matter. The fact that you are around her, looking at her, the fact that you in her face, especially at 38. Don't you think that's a little low? But you're going to do it to her. It's going to come back to you. All right. Don't you know that you're much, much worth more than that? All right. I just think that you're jealous. All right. That's it. You just got to say, you know what? I'm jealous. I wish. Build more confidence. You got a lot of things to look forward to here. Remember what you do. You're going to get it back. It doesn't matter. The fact that you want what she has, that's just a concern. All right. Let them be toxic together. It's okay. All right. You stay out of it. That's it. Because he's not going nowhere. I already knew that. All right. They are rooted on being they stubborn energy shows it there. All right. So it's not whatever if she's a friend or not or how long you know her. A man could tell you anything. He'll get tired of you. He'll be with you for a little while, short trips. Let me go pick you up, bring you to the hotel, and that's it. And he'll bring you back home, and that's basically it. That's what you want, and that's what you get exactly what you want. All right. And there's no expectations. You better leave her. He's not gonna go. As long as he could get away with it, he's gonna do it. All right. And why would I want to get into something toxic like that? All right. You want to justify it because part of you is telling you go ahead and do it. All right. That kind of energy, that's not good. All right. Just because we could get away with something, that doesn't mean we should do it. We should think about the consequences, but we don't think about them because this flesh. When you live so much in the flesh, you're not giving up opportunity to operate in the spirit. All right. And this got long-term consequences because it's just going to come back to you. It's just a matter of time before somebody winds up doing it to you. All right. Don't do to somebody what you don't want to. Always think about that, man. If I do that to her, we don't have to be desperate. We don't have to. Don't do it out of desperation. For what? It's just going to come. You're just sowing some karma. Any seeds that you sow, watch. Eventually they sprout and you're going to get it right back here. Now you get to drink that. Now you got to deal with that. You're not going to like it, so don't do it to somebody else. Always think like that. Man, if I don't want that done to me, even if somebody do it to you, forgive them, you learn your lesson and move on. And that's it. Somebody else is coming. You got somebody else way better coming if you Because this person is not going to be emotionally invested in you. He's not emotionally available when that king comes. He's he's manipulation through kindness and gives you this whole big, wow, make you feel like you're on cloud nine. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. That's not real. It's not real. All right. But anyway, all my best for you, sweetie. All right. Be safe out there, and just remember what goes around comes back around. And then when you get it, you just gotta own it. Okay, I did it to her, so it's just a matter. You're never gonna be like you're not ever gonna have a peace of mind with that energy. You know, the Seven of Cups, it's a cup of illusion, building on illusions, building on false foundations. Right? I want to move away. I want to go move away, far away with him. Right? Leaving everything behind. Kind of energy. Come on, let's move away. Come on, let's get a house. I know what he's telling you. Let's move away. Let's create a new life. I don't want to be with her. All right, let's go find another house. Let's find an apartment. Somebody got money, that's for sure. Somebody got money. Somebody got more money. This is the grass is greener. It's always greener on the other side. Let's go move away. Yay. All right. The fact that he says, do he got money? Say, you know what? You go find us a house. You go find us an apartment. You go find us, and then I go move. Let's see how serious you are. I bet you they're not that crazy. All right. They don't basically, I don't even think they got a lot of money anyway. All right. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Power more. Be safe out there. Take care. Bye-bye.